In Huntington Beach, California, they're known as surf royalty. But the Taylor clan is about to get caught in a wave of criminal prosecution.
We don't want to get. You want it dead or not?
I want it dead.
Okay. Don't change your number.
Cops believe some of the Taylors were in on a plan to deal with Jane Doe. Her custody battle with Matt was draining the family fortune.
You say you don't want to see her anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you want to do her or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
But undercover cops posing as Mexican mafia hitmen lure Joe Taylor into a trap.
They do a pretty good job of looking like crooks and acting like people that would go out and kill somebody.
Joe is all in.
We gotta watch our too, you know? You don't want her around, or you gotta be straight up with me, bro?
I don't want her around.
Okay, so you want it done?
He made it explicitly clear who the target was, where she lived. He asked the detectives, or suggested, that they make it look like a burglary gone bad. When Joseph Taylor stepped out of the vehicle, in his mind there was nothing else he needed to do. The next thing that was going to happen, as far as he knew, was Jane Doe being murdered.
Instead of getting his revenge, Joe gets the heat.
The decision was made that we were going to go ahead and make the arrest.
Keep your hands where I can see them. Don't move. Put your hands on the seat rest. Get out of the car. Keep your hands where I can see them.
There's a fine line with when to make that decision to pull the trigger on a case and make your arrest. And we felt that it was best for the case, as well as for the victim, that we act quickly.
While Joe is being cuffed, cops are staked out all over the city, executing a full family takedown. Joe's father, John, and his brother, Matt. And even Travis Sprague, the friend who rolled over on the Taylors, found himself under arrest. Cops say the fact that Travis accepted $5 grand from Joe when the hit was initially being planned made him guilty of conspiracy, even though Travis had nothing to do with executing the murder plot.
He was culpable for his actions in this investigation as well.
With all four in custody, cops have one more daunting task: breaking the news to the woman who narrowly missed a date with death.
How did you find out that somebody actually wanted you dead and was willing to pay for it?
I was actually moving out of my deceased father's house, and a bunch of undercover police officers walked up and they said, "We need you to come with us. You're part of a crime that you don't know about and you're in danger." I was like, "What is it about?" And they're like, "You don't understand. Your life's in danger."
At the police department, cops informed Jane that she was the target of a murder for hire.
He flipped over a mugshot and it was Matt, and I just was like, "Are you kidding?" And he's like, "What's your relation to that man?" And I was like, "It's my ex-husband." He flipped over another mugshot and it was his dad. And then I just kind of lost it. I was shocked that they actually tried, but for a second I felt like relief. Like, okay, the police have them. They got caught. They tried. I thought that I was gonna have protection now and they were gonna be put away.
But even though Joe pled out and will spend 23 years behind bars, charges were dropped against John and Matt Taylor for lack of evidence.
We all have our suspicions and thoughts and theories about what was going on behind the scenes, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I think, it's what I can prove beyond a reasonable doubt. There wasn't evidence to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt.
The men were free to go, a stunning blow to the woman whom they allegedly wanted dead.
I was terrified. I was literally like, I didn't want to leave the police department. I was like, I'm supposed to just go and everything just goes back to normal.
For Jane Doe, it means a life of debilitating fear, constantly looking over her shoulder.
I wake up and instantly check if all my kids are in the house. They're alive, they're breathing. So it's just like a routine for me to wake up and check the house to see if anyone's waiting to kill me. It's worse now. They've gone away with so much stuff that I just don't even know what they're gonna try now.
She needs to exercise due caution for herself, but I do believe now that with the family being in the spotlight, I don't think that there's going to be any concern of anything else happening, because of course they would be the first ones that law enforcement would look at should something happen to the victim.
We wanted to know just what John and Matt's intentions were, so we looked for them at their surfboard repair shop.
Your movements are being recorded.
The Taylors clearly weren't welcoming any guests at this time. And as for Travis Sprague, the man who mustered up the nerve to rat out his closest friends, charges were also dropped. He too was a free man and a hero.
He went ahead and went to the authorities and turned it in and got the job done. So yes, I would credit him with saving her life.
As for the future, Jane Doe has no choice but to move forward. She's got children to worry about, and that's her focus, raising her kids and trying to shake off the fear.
You've told me how afraid you are for your life and the life of your children, but you were brave enough to sit down and tell me this story. Why did you make that choice?
They need to know that, like, I want a voice. I don't want to have them bad-mouthing me and bashing me and just doing everything they can to hurt me and abuse me just because I won't be in a relationship with him and be a family with him and destroy my daughter's life. And I'm not going to stop fighting for my daughter and my rights to her and being in her life and being her mother and making sure that she has a good future. And I won't let him take my baby from me.
And that custody dispute continues. Jane Doe was awarded custody of their daughter after the plot to take her life was exposed. Matt does, however, continue to get unsupervised visits with the now 10-year-old girl. Jane Doe is now taking him back to court, trying to get the right to take their daughter out of state for things like vacations. I'm Chris Hansen. If you like this story, make sure you tune in every day to Crime Watch Daily. You can find where the show airs in your city at crimewatchdaily.com. Watch it live or record it on your DVR and watch it at night. And to all those criminals out there, remember, we are watching.